Okay, so hello, assalamu alaikum students. Again, this is your teacher, and now we are going to discuss about the okay. So this is the paper, and this is paper two for AS levels accounting, and the code is 9706, paper two and variant two. This is for May, June 2023. This is latest paper, and I already have made a one video on the question number three, I guess. And question number four is already ready, but I'll take some time to edit that video. So that is why I will upload that video maybe tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. So now we are going to discuss about the question number one, which is related to the limited companies, and this is very easy question. I must say that you guys are very lucky that you got very easy paper in this year. And unfortunately, if you haven't got your desired result, so it is very, very sad because this paper was so easy. But still, if you didn't get your desired result, so it means that there are some, there are something wrong with yourself, I think. So you should focus on your studies, and because this paper is very easy, AS level is always easy for the accounting students. Okay, so the J Limited's financial year ended on 30 September 2022, and the following balances were available on the state. So we have these balances. Okay, and the following information is available. Inventory, this is our closing inventory because the date is 30 September 2022. And the balance of the account of current customer, $3,000 should be written off as irrecoverable and charged to the administrative expenses. Okay. The directors have agreed to create an allowance of irrecoverable debts of 5% of trade receivables. The allowance should be charged to the administrative expenses. Okay. Debenture interest for the second half of the year is outstanding. Non-current assets should be depreciated at 20% per annum using the straight line method, and depreciation should be allocated as follows: 60% to the administration expenses and the 40% to the distribution cost. Okay, so let's charge the depreciation first. So we have the cost of asset, which is this. Okay, so now mm, okay, multiply 20%. Okay, so 133 1300 multiply 20%. So it is 2,60,000. And they said that 60% of depreciation should be allocated or should be transferred to the administration expenses. So now we are going to multiply it by 60%. So we have depreciation for the administration department, which is this. Okay. And same again, I think 40% allocated to the distribution cost. So that is why we will again apply a percentage, which is for the distribution cost is 40%. So 260 multiply. So we have 10,104,000 depreciation cost for the distribution. Okay, so let's move to the question. Prepare the statement of profit or loss for the year ended 30 September 2022. Use the space provided to show your working. Okay. So first of all, we have revenue, and revenue is this 869,000. Okay, so we have a revenue which is 8,69,000. And after that, we have to calculate the cost of sales. So we know that for calculating the cost of sales, we have to add opening inventory plus purchases and minus closing inventory. Okay, so as you can see, here is your trial balance. So this is your opening inventory. So plus 55,000 into this purchases, which is 4,60,000. And after that, minus it. Closing inventory. This is closing inventory. Inventory at 30 September 2022 was valued at this. So this is closing inventory. So minus 57,000 from the total of opening and closing, opening and purchases. So you will have this 4,57,000. So after when you subtract the cost of sales from the revenue, so we have gross profit 4,12,000. Okay, so now we are going to calculate the expenses. So we have to make some adjustments in administration and the distribution cost. Distribution cost, or you can say the distribution expenses. So as you can see that first of all, in our trial balance, we have distribution cost, which is 57,000. This is our distribution cost. And we have administration expenses, which is 28,000. Okay. But we have some adjustment and we have to adjust those entries, those amounts into the administration expenses and distribution cost. Okay. So as you can see, administration expenses was $28,000 and depreciation of non-current assets was 1,56,000. I just calculated this depreciation. As you can see, 60% for the administration expenses and 40% for the distribution cost. Here you can see that non-current assets should be depreciated at 20% per annum using the straight line method. Depreciation should be allocated as follows. So whatever depreciation amount you have, you just have to implement. You have to just allocate 60% of that depreciation amount to the administration expenses and 40% to the distribution cost. Okay, so after that, we have distribution cost. So in distribution cost, you have seen that, there are some working left for the administration expenses. So let's go to that. Okay, so there are irrecoverable debts also, which is $3,000. We have seen this in trial balance. And there is also allowance for the irrecoverable debts. So directors have agreed to create an allowance for irrecoverable debts, 5% of trade receivables. The allowance should be charged to the administrative expenses. Okay. So 3,000 was basically irrecoverable. So it means that we would minus 3,000 from the trade receivables, and after that, whatever we have amount, we just apply the 5% rate on that. and we will have the allowance figure for the trade receivables. And this is 4,000. So after calculation of it, we have 1,91,000 as administration expenses. And in distribution cost, the distribution cost which we have in trial balance, it is 5,700, and depreciation we just calculated above, it was 10,400. So we have 1,61,000 as distribution cost. Okay. Okay. So now we have to subtract the administration and distribution cost from the gross profit. Okay, so we have profit from operations, but still we have something else which we have to deduct from it. And this is the finance cost, which is 8,000, which this finance cost have written in the trial balance. And after that, we finally have our profit for the year. Okay, so just we have done with this part. So after that, directors found, this is the additional information and the B part of this question. The directors found that the following transactions had not been recorded in the books of accounts. Okay, so these transactions is basically not recorded in the books of accounts. So on 30 September 2022, the directors had made a bonus issue of 2 ordinary shares for each 3 shares held. So it means that if for each 3 shares held, you will have a chance to maybe you can say that to held 2 ordinary shares as bonus shares. The directors had decided to maintain reserves in their most flexible form. So we know that bonus share is kind of a liability and we have to deduct this. Calculate the balance of retained earnings at 30 September 2022 following the bonus issue. Okay. So first of all, we have to know that what was the amount for the bonus issue. So I just calculated this above, as you can see here. So if 4,20,000 shares was issued at 1st October 2021. So in our information, we just have read one thing, that on 30 September 2022, the directors had made a bonus issue of 2 ordinary shares for every 3 share held. So it means that we have to multiply $4,20,000 multiplied 2 divided by 3. So we will have this amount. And you can see that there is a share premium also at 1st of 2021, which is 2,10,000. So this is a share issue, which was bonus issue, and which is 2,80,000. And we have to deduct the share premium. So we have the retained earning, which is 70,000. And this is the previous year's retained earning. But we have to find the retained earnings for the 30 September 2022. So we have opening balance, which is 1,25,000. These are retained earning. At the start of the year, retained earning was 1,25,000. Okay, and profit for the year was $52,000. And dividend paid, like the dividend which we have paid was $21,000. And bonus issue, we have 70,000. The amount which we issue as bonus shares was $70,000. So after that, we have 86,000 as our closing balance for the retained earning 30 September 2022. So again, we just done with this part. And after that, we have some questions related to theory. And these questions used to, most of the time, these questions are so easy. And but if you want that I should solve this question too. So you can just comment in the comment section and I will solve it for you. Okay, so now I am going to signing off and we will meet in the next class with maybe one more or maybe two more questions.